All right, today we're diving into something truly fascinating in the world of cancer research. We're not just talking about killing cancer cells. We're talking about reminding them how to die on their own. It's a huge shift in perspective, and it all starts with one very important question.
So what's the deal with cancer cells? Why are they so stubborn? They just keep growing and dividing when any normal cell would have packed it in. You might think they're just stronger or something, but the real reason is a lot more clever.
That's right. They figured out how to switch off their own self-destruct button. See, every single healthy cell in your body has this safety feature. When a cell gets old or damaged, a switch is flipped and it takes itself out of the game. Cancer's greatest trick is learning how to jam that switch, letting it live on forever.
So let's get into what that self-destruct program actually is. It has a scientific name, and honestly, understanding this one word is the key to this whole conversation. It's called apoptosis.
Think of apoptosis as the body's essential quality control. It's a neat, tidy process where the body tells a cell, hey, you've done your job, but now you're a potential risk. It's time to go. And this is happening constantly, billions of times a day, just to keep everything running smoothly and safely.
And this is where it all goes wrong. On the left, you see the normal, healthy process. It's a constant cleanup. But cancer cheats. It finds that master switch for apoptosis, often by making way too many proteins from something called the BCL2 family, and it forces that switch into the off position. And now, that damaged cell doesn't just survive, it starts to multiply, creating copies of its defective self. It's not just cheating death, it's building an entire army of immortal cells.
So, if cancer's main trick is turning off this self-destruct program, then the goal for scientists becomes incredibly clear, right? They have to figure out how to turn it back on.
And that's really the elegant idea here. Instead of just attacking cancer cells from the outside with aggressive treatments, what if we could just get inside their heads and convince them to flip their own self-destruct switch? That's the core idea behind a huge, exciting field of cancer research today.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you flip that switch back on? You're probably thinking about brand new, futuristic drugs made in a lab. And yeah, that's part of it. But a lot of researchers are finding potential in a far more unconventional toolkit.
This is where the story gets really interesting. The very things being studied to reactivate apoptosis, they are not what you would expect at all. In fact, you might literally have some of them in your home right now.
Just take a look at this list. On one side, you've got off-label drugs. These are drugs already approved for something else, like metformin for diabetes, that researchers discovered might also be able to trigger apoptosis in cancer cells. Then on the other side, you have stuff you've definitely heard of. Curcumin from turmeric, quercetin, found in things like onions and apples, EGCG from green tea, resveratrol from grapes. These aren't just random ideas. Scientists are seriously studying how these compounds might interfere with those BCL2 proteins and remind the cancer cells how to die.
So what we have here is this massive, fascinating puzzle. We've got cancer cells that have forgotten how to die on one side, and on the other, a whole bunch of unexpected compounds that might be the key. The big challenge now is connecting all those dots.
So let's just quickly pull this all together. We know cancer's big trick is blocking apoptosis. We know the goal is to switch it back on. We know scientists are looking at this wild toolkit of existing drugs and everyday supplements to do it. But with so many different compounds and thousands of studies, how does anyone keep track of it all? That's where new tools become absolutely critical.
This is exactly why a resource like OncoIntegrate is such a game changer. I mean, with this much data out there, researchers need a map. These kinds of databases help them see the patterns, grouping all these different things by what they actually do. In this case, it lets them see every compound that shows a hint of being able to promote apoptosis. It takes a sea of information and turns it into something you can actually use.
And that really leaves us with a powerful final thought. While we're all looking for the next brand new revolutionary cure, this whole area of research asks a different question. Could it be that some of the keys to fighting cancer aren't things we still need to invent, but things we just haven't looked at in the right way? Could a big piece of the future of therapy be hiding right here in plain sight?